Last week, I went hunting with the Hadzabe tribe, the last hunter-gatherers on Earth. These tribes of around 20 to 50 people spend their days hunting for meat, foraging for food, drinking from rivers, and sleeping under the stars. They've been living this way for over 10,000 years now, and this way of life is the root of all humankind today. Since then, the modern world has changed quite a lot. It's transitioned through farming and agriculture, the invention of currency, and now the invention of supermarkets and refrigerators, so everything you could ever possibly want is right around the corner without having to work for it. I wanted to see what modern humans could learn from the Hadzabe, so at the end of my 2 days with them, I asked them some very deep questions that you may be surprised to hear their answers to. Have a listen. Do you like visitors?
Bawa kwa tete shate ota obi kwesi zama kwikya ota obi tia
ai ko achabe pe kwa bia mana azahe kauta kuyua aseme cha anamna nako aktazo tena akwatabe ko tia.
So it helps with the things that they can't do anymore. Okay, what is your favorite food?
Ali kachabi anauliza seme hipi ambao mnapenda sana tete ale bawa.
Mana ko bawa netiko.
Baala ko bawa akanoa.
Everyone agrees.
Ali wote mnapenda hivyo? Bana mega kama mnauma. Ali
What is the biggest animal that some people have killed?
Ali bawa kachabi anauliza.
Ono tuana zengau dongo wako ngako atakota bawa.
Zengau. Kota na koko popoko.
Ono bawa komati.
Ono bawa tsokona kona kwa.
What is the best thing in life?
Ale bawa anauliza kitu gani ambao ni nzuri kwenye maisha yenu bawa?
Ubi maisha ya ubi chata utashaana utama utakwaka utaishiko utakwaka sema na kureta koboni tashilanga ubi hama tuba meseme cha utaseme ngobabi abalako manako.
Same for everyone.
Aya mwingine anaweza kujibu hilo swali?
Bawa obe azabe apakapa ngwila be kanoa kongolobi ondoshibi.
When you see visitors, do you want anything they have or you like everything you have more?
Kachabi anauliza ama kachabi kiwaona tekale bawa mnataka jinsi wanavyoishi au mnataka jinsi vitu walivyokuwa navyo au mnataka maisha yenu tekale bawa?
Nataka maisha ya obi. Hatuwezi maisha yao.
They want their life.
No change.
But they see no change, but they want their life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone agree, yeah?
Nanye wote hilo swali mikoje? Yeah, everyone is the same.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So, some pretty interesting answers, right? And not exactly what I was expecting when I asked those questions. I think there's a few major things that are worth talking about and especially interesting. The first of which is the fact that they like visitors. And it sounds like this is predominantly because they are proud of their way of life. So I was told that originally people would come and they would run away because they didn't know the intentions and they were scared of seeing foreign people coming into their land. But now they welcome them within reason as long as the visitors can keep up with their hunting. Because they know that we're here with an appreciation for them so we can see how they live and learn from them. And it offers them some benefit as well. So the money I paid for the privilege of those 2 days plus a small donation that I gave them gives them the resources they need to survive in an environment that's ever changing and making it much harder for them to live. So if you watch my full video, which is linked below and you can find it on my channel, you'll see just how far we had to travel in order to find just enough food for 1 or 2 days. We walked over a marathon over the course of the 2 days. So with this extra currency and buying ability, it means they can buy some things that help them with their hunting and gathering, one of which being the clothes that you saw them wearing, another being nylon for their wooden bows rather than using animal tendon, and then the shoes that they wear as well, one of the guys referred to. Now, probably the most interesting point for me from those answers was the fact that they all categorically said they wouldn't change lives with any visitors that they meet.
Yeah, everyone is the same.
They don't play status games with each other. They're not constantly pushing to acquire more and more and more, or to be better than the peers around them. It's a big theme in the Hadzabe way of life that they take only what they need. They're never greedy. They take as much as they need and they share it entirely as a community. And there's no hierarchy among the people either, other than the chief, just for organizational purposes. And another example of just their approach to community is the fact that when it comes to childcare, each child is seen as the collective group's responsibility. So there's not the same level of individuality that we see in the Western world, as they're all there to help each other as one unit. So they they see me come in for a couple of days with my muscle and my ability to travel and go where I please, and they're not envious one bit. It means nothing to them. They want their life, they want their daily routine, they want their community, and they don't need anything more than that. It comes back to the food thing. It's not taking any more than you need. They're happy with what they have. And this lends itself to the final most interesting thing that I'm going to talk about today, is that they referenced food and their daily routine as like the best thing about life. They just relish the opportunity and the ability to, you know, like the guy said, go out into the wilderness, hunt, get everything they need, the fruits, the vegetables, the berries, and just to have enough meat and vegetables to eat. And I think the fact that they mention food over some things that Western society would be more likely to mention is very telling. So obviously that's a major priority for them in terms of their hierarchy of needs. But if you were to ask a Westerner maybe what the most important thing in their life, they might mention the health of themselves and their loved ones, their happiness and their mental health might get referenced, or even just an appreciation for the key people in their lives. They might mention their spouse or their kids or something along those lines. But that's not the answer that we got from the Hadzabe. So maybe it was just the difficulty in translation, but my hypothesis is that the things that we take for granted, like the ability to walk around the corner and get the food and water and the shelter over our head that we need, is something that they don't take for granted at all. And then something that maybe they take for granted is the health and happiness of their loved ones, because they're constantly surrounded by their families. They don't go off, live in a different city and struggle for that social connection. People in the Western world may appreciate that more because, you know, they're in cities thousands of miles away from their families, and we live in a world that's harder and harder to find that social connection in. But anyway, that's just my take, and they're my brief thoughts from the way I've processed things over the last few days. If you agree with that or disagree with that, fire me a comment down below. If you think I've missed anything, or if you think I've hit the nail on the head at all, then give me a shout and let me know. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting. And if you do want to see the full experience, it's like a 22-ish minute video on my channel of the 2 days that I spent with the Hadzabe tribe. So thank you for watching this one. Like I said, drop me a comment, helps grow the video and grow the channel. Leave a like as well, and I'll see you on the next adventure.